grab a brew, and join our crew. Welcome to Teach Hullabaloo Music. This is only our third episode, so still a newish podcast spawned from a new product. That's Hullabaloo spelt Hullabaloo. Hullabaloo Music's a fun, engaging and downright fantastic primary music scheme. Here's what music subject leader Gemma says about it. I like the simple interface. It's all there. The warm-ups, the main activity. It's so easy to find everything. The children really enjoy it and I enjoy teaching it. We really like the tracks and the videos and we just really like everything about it, says Gemma. So this is a podcast for anyone who loves music and anyone who's a teacher in a primary school or either or both. Well, have we got another packed podcast for you? In this episode, we'll be chatting with special guest Henry Crabtree, who plays in several bands and must have lots of musical bones in his body. Other features this month will include our regular book review, live music, and another new feature called In Reverse. In Reverse. So let's begin by giving a super duper welcome to today's guest, Henry Crabtree.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here.
Henry, let's start by telling everyone how we know each other.
Yes, we actually know each other through my mum, don't we?
We do.
Working here in the building. So we've met through that in the past, haven't we?
We have, yes. So your mum, Janet, actually put you forward for the podcast.
Did you?
Yes.
Volunteered me.
She suggested, which was a great idea. So that's how you're here today, and you've brought your guitar with you.
I have indeed, yeah.
So I assume that's not just an accessory, that you do actually play the guitar.
If you're nicely enough, yeah.
You will do. Brilliant. Excellent. So we're just going to have a chat about your music and find out about your musical journey. So what brought you to this point? How have you sort of got into music?
Yeah, good question. So I started playing music when I was really young, actually. I started learning guitar when I was probably about 6 or 7.
Right.
And I learned originally sort of more classical style of guitar, and it didn't fully take my interest too much. So I kind of started and dropped off, played a bit of piano, and then when I got into secondary school, especially, I went fully into the guitar. So I always had an upbringing with music, and then all of a sudden I just went, let's do guitar. So throughout secondary school, just guitar was a constant in my life.
Right.
And at college, it went further. I started playing with other people, with groups and things like that.
Yeah.
Started composing, creating my own music.
Sure.
And then that's obviously just led on. I make my own music for online stuff.
Great.
As well. So
yeah. Fab. So it's a hobby.
No,
or is it kind of more than a hobby?
It's more than a hobby.
More than a hobby.
It's more than a hobby, yeah. Thankfully for me, I do make some money from the music side of things.
Yeah.
So I only work 4 days a week.
Yeah.
The rest of the time I do my music.
Your music. Great.
Which is good, you know?
Yeah, that's excellent. And we're really, really pleased that you've been able to take the time out to come and chat with us. So, primary school music lessons, do you remember them?
Not particularly.
Okay, I'm asking you because you're you're an awful lot younger than I am anyway. And I just wondered if you'd got any memories from doing, did you do music at school?
I wish I'd done more.
You wish you'd done more?
100%.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's partly why we've written Hullabaloo.
Yeah.
So that in primary schools that there's that engagement with music and the fun side of it as well, rather than just going through the motions, it's music today, that actually, because you need to feel inspired.
Yeah, inspired, and it's quite a relaxing thing listening to music, and it should be the way if you're trying to create music, and it is an enjoyment.
Yeah.
It is, even though I say it's partially work, it's a hobby in the enjoyment side of it.
Yeah,
For me, sitting playing guitar and things is fun.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I always think it should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at your t-shirt there. What's the logo on there? It's just kind of
Carhartt.
Carhartt. Is that a brand?
It's a brand, yeah.
It's a brand. This is our brand here. Actually, these are brand new. These only came in not today, this week. So we're actually all logoed up. I'm not going to wear it for every podcast, but I just thought it was nice to put it on today. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to have a little slot putting on every podcast so far called Mystery Musical Instrument.
Intriguing.
Henry, do you think?
I haven't got a Scooby-Doo.
No idea. Have you seen one before?
No. Not till today.
No, not till today. So this is new to you, and probably new to lots of people who are watching the podcast. So we need to describe it for people who can't see it. Okay. So how would you describe this, Henry?
It almost looks like a leaf.
It looks like a leaf.
That's what I'd say. It's not green. It's like a bit of an autumnal leaf is what it looks like.
Yeah, it's got a stem. It's certainly got a kind of a stem on it there, hasn't it?
It sounds like it's got something inside.
Yes, it...
Shaker.
Yeah, actually. Do you want to have a go and see if you can make a noise out of it?
So this is a form of shaker.
It is indeed. Yeah. So it is a brown colour and it has kind of... Yeah, it's got sort of bulky parts to it, which obviously must have something inside. So I will take that back and I will reveal that it is in fact a seed pod shaker. Okay. So a seed pod shaker. So we've actually got a pod on a podcast.
A pod on a podcast.
Pod on a podcast. Brilliant. There we go. So. Now, interestingly enough, these are naturally grown, okay? So this is a nature musical instrument. It's made by nature, and it comes from countries like Peru,
right,
Thailand. And interestingly enough, you can buy these quite easily online. How much do you think they cost, Henry?
Hundreds.
Yeah, really expensive, you reckon? Yeah, no, you can pick one up for £5.50. Yeah.
Don't get one.
Yeah, you need one. Yeah, you need one. You need one as well. Everyone needs a seed pod shaker. I don't know where I got it from. I've been racking my brains. It's been in the office for years, kicking about, and I thought one day this will come in handy. And today it has.
It has indeed.
It's our mystery musical instrument. It's got its own slot at last. So on most suppliers' website, I'm just going to read you the description. It says, sizes and shapes vary from straight-ish to curved, and some have truncated ends where it has broken off. Expect quirky and fabulous rather than perfect. What a great description.
It is, yeah.
So if you ordered one of these, you wouldn't be quite sure what you're going to get, really.
Exactly, that's it.
But I think they would all do this. So if you'd like one, if you're a teacher and you want one for your classroom or for school, so all you need to Google is seed pod shaker, and don't go for anything more than £5.50 because that's how cheap I found them. So that's our mystery musical instrument slot. Henry, who are Good Foxy?
So Good Foxy is a band that I've performed with for about 10 to 11 years now.
I was trying to work it out.
It's been a while, yeah. We've played all over in festivals up and down the country. We've played abroad, played in places like Stockholm, which is probably my favourite place that we've played. There's some gigs over there. We did like a band swap thing where we went over to Stockholm and they came over here.
Right. Fabulous.
So yeah, and I still perform. We don't perform as much as a band anymore as we used to.
Okay.
Just because we've got a bit older.
Yeah.
But we still do bits. I play a lot with the lead singer George.
Yeah.
And we do acoustic gigs still here, there, and everywhere. Quite a lot.
Yeah.
We all have our own things as well going on. So 3 of us out of the 4, we do lo-fi music, which is sort of instrumental music to sort of relax to and chill to.
Okay, right, yeah.
Which I'll
We'll be able to hear a little bit of that on the tracks.
Yeah,
we'll pop it in the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Fabulous.
Yeah. And the good thing with that as well is because it's all online music, we get to make music with people from across the globe, which is fantastic. So, for instance, one of my friends is from Tampa. So we went over to Tampa to meet him and make music with him. We've got other friends who are, again, in like Belgium, France and things, which is really, really good. But yeah, so Good Foxy was the band that started it all, and then from that, and grew.
You travelled the world with Good Foxy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, fab.
Still more to see, but...
Yeah, absolutely, of course. Yeah, no, what a great opportunity, though. So if you were going to choose a Good Foxy song... Yeah, what would you choose?
So I'd probably say my personal favourite Good Foxy song is probably Don't Get It.
Right.
I think it's probably my favourite song.
Yeah. Okay.
There's quite a few that I like, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
In last month's podcast, we included a new feature called Musical Lexicon. Mm-hmm. So just a reminder that a lexicon's just a dictionary of particular kinds of words. So musical lexicon, we're talking about musical words here. So this is where we introduce an obscure musical word and we discuss it. So last podcast, the word was woodshedding.
Woodshedding.
Now, do you know what woodshedding is? This isn't this week's, this month's.
Well, that was,
Yeah.
In terms of music, no.
No.
Woodshedding.
So woodshedding is where you persistently, you lock yourself away and you practice that part that you can't play very well.
Right.
So that's known as woodshedding.
Definitely done that.
Yes, exactly. Now, this is what I asked our previous guest, have you ever woodshedded? And it turns out he has actually got a woodshed.
Right. So
where he does woodshed in his woodshed.
He's done it to the T.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was an interesting one. So anyway, this month's word is nonnet. That's spelled N-O-N-E-T. Do we have any idea what nonnet means?
You kidding?
No.
No, I got the foggies. A nonnet.
No.
Got any hints? Tips?
To do with a number.
Not.
Oh.
So is it notes together?
No, I'll give you another clue. So you have duets and you have trios.
It's 9 people playing notes together.
Yeah, well done. That's the one. It's a musical competition for 9 voices or instruments.
Right.
Okay, so a nonnet. And there is actually there is a famous nonnet, which is the Czech nonnet, and it's one of the oldest ensembles in the world. Mm. And it's quite unique because it was actually, for 3/4 of a century, they've combined original instruments. So it's been a very unique combination of instruments there. So just to tell you a little bit more about it, in 1924, when the students of Prague Conservatory had founded the ensemble, it was inspired by a piece called Spohr's Nonnet. Now, that's the most famous nonnet, apparently. I didn't know any of this until I looked it all up. The existence of the Czech nonnet, namely, has given an impulse for the rise of many compositions. So there are now apparently about 300 works for nonnets.
That's right.
Yeah. So, have you ever played in a 9-piece band?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
On stage and stuff, where people have started coming up and playing.
Well,
probably
with non-netting.
Yeah, without knowing.
Without knowing.
Without non-netting,
yeah. Bit of non-netting. I think I've made a word up there. I don't think that's a real word. But nonnet, that is a real word. So that's from our musical lexicon. So, let's go to our next feature, which is Look at a Book.
Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book.
So we have the gecko and the echo.
Echo.
I can see what they've done there. You can't beat a bit of rhyming, can you? So we've got the gecko and the echo. So we always have a look at a book that would be suitable in primary school with a musical theme, so that people can rush out and buy them. These books to add to their collection, or even just buy them for children, grandchildren, whoever, suitable for anyone. So this particular one, it's very bright cover, isn't it? For people who aren't actually watching and are listening.
Can't miss it.
Very vibrant, bright pinks, bright greens, bright yellow, the gecko and the echo. And it's described as a flamboyantly fun tropical tale of love, fame and friendship. And so we have this gecko. Now, we can't read the book out for copyright reasons, so we just kind of dip in and give the gist. So basically, Goldie is the name of the gecko, and he wants one thing and one thing only. He wants to be a star. So it starts off, I am Goldie the Great. Check me out, drink it in, hear me sing, watch me dance. I can do anything. Someday, very soon, I will be a great star. I know if I practice that I will go far. Now, that's really interesting because practice, of course, is key with music. So Goldie's got the right attitude there. Except Goldie would prance and play to the crowd, singing songs out of tune and incredibly loud. It was 24/7. That mouth never shut. Yes, Goldie was frankly, and you might or might not want to read this out to your children, but they've heard worse, a pain in the butt. So we've got this gecko who is just, really annoying by the sound of it.
Confidence over everything.
Overconfident, yeah, overconfident. So it's always the Goldie show on the island. There is a reference partway through to burping as well, which will appeal to the kids and some of the adults as well. So he tries to make a tune as well out of burping. I was just going to say, who hasn't tried that? I just remember my dad and my uncle having a competition.
Yeah.
At Christmas. And it scarred me for life, obviously. But yeah, so when you're dazzled by the limelight, it's easy to lose sight of everyone else around you. So in this story, Goldie's performance starts to go wrong, and he actually discovers that friendship means so much more than fame. Yeah. I'm not going to spoil it. I can't read the story, as I say, but when you treat the world with love, the love comes echoing back.
Nice life lesson.
The echo there as well, you see. I can read the end. Yes, Goldie found out what true greatness can be, not just for one, but for you and for me. Whatever our journey, whichever our track, what we send out will come echoing back. There we go. Really quite a deep book, considering it's bright pink and green and yellow, and you wouldn't quite expect that it would do that.
I want to be having a read of that.
At the end, there you go, the gecko and the echo. Waterstones, you better stock up because everyone's going to be buying this book.
Flying off the shelves.
Okay, so that's it. Look at a book.
Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book. Look at a book.
So, Henry, let's get back to this guitar.
Yeah.
So, you brought it with you. You're going to play something for us.
I can do, yeah.
Yeah. Sure. Can you tell us a little bit about the piece you're going to play?
Yeah. I'm going to play a song called Ellie. which is about sort of the ups and downs of life, I would say. Sometimes it can get a bit tough, but it's just making it through, isn't it? So that's probably the overall moral story of the song,
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, right. Do you want to get set up?
Yeah,
then
sure.
We can have a listen to Ellie.
Leaving tomorrow, I never told myself why, but I know that you terrified my mind under mackerel skies. Such a shame you lost it all. Misery can make us falter, it can make you falter. Violating your standards faster than you think. This new mess that you went and made, well, makes your heart sink. Such a shame you lost it all. Such a shame. Misery can make us falter, it can make you falter. I know in life there's bound to be faults, there's bound to be misery. Don't let it falter.
Lovely. I like that song.
Fine, thank you very much.
Yeah. Have you any kind of projects on the go? Any compositions in the pipeline?
Yeah, so
Working on?
been working on quite a lot of my old stuff like that with my band Sequoia. We've got some good Foxy stuff as well, hopefully coming soon.
Yeah.
And then also with my lo-fi music, I've got a song out today, actually, funnily enough. And then there's quite a few things lined up for later in the year.
So in the pipeline?
Yeah, quite a bit. I like to keep busy.
Yeah, absolutely. So, where can listeners find you? So if they want to have a listen to more of your music, where are you?
The best place is probably Spotify and Apple Music and the usual streaming sites. For me, for mainly the lo-fi music, it's Hendy. So it's Hendy.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll pop that on in the blurb for the podcast so people can go and find you as well. So that's great. We're going to try our new feature now.
Right.
Okay, you're my guinea pig.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. So this section's called In Reverse.
So, which is in reverse.
I'm going to play 3 pieces, tiny snippets for copyright reasons, backwards
for copyright
reasons. So 3 little snippets, and see if you can recognise the 3 songs. And the 3 songs have a connection. There's a link between them. Okay. So let's have a go. And this is the first one. Okay. Okay.
Let's say a short snippet.
Yeah, I did say short snippet. If any of the listeners have got it.
Voice does sound somewhat familiar, even backwards.
Yeah. I'll play one more time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The next one, goes like this.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to again?
Sounds like an auction.
Alrighty.
Can't say that one sounds familiar. Okay.
Doing this is great. No, I've just played that one. Don't play that one again. Okay, third one.
All right, I think I know that one.
I think you know that one. Yeah, okay, I'll just play it one more time for everybody. Okay, right, so the first one, this one. Any ideas?
Yo.
Okay, shall I give you the artist, see if you can get it?
Yeah.
So it's Cyndi Lauper.
Cyndi Lauper. So, stuff.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So it was, if you're playing along, I'll give you the answer. That one was Time After Time.
Time.
Yeah, if I play it again now.
No, it's easy. What's your
now
answer?
it's easy, listen.
Yeah.
Yes, and you saved the time. That's it. That's the one. Right, next one.
This is the most difficult one, should
Do you reckon, yeah?
I think so. Has he all right?
I don't know, but just remember there's a link between them, so that might help you.
So, time after time.
Time after time, yeah. No ideas.
Auction after auction.
No. So that one, again, if you're playing along, that one is Rock Around the Clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
I'm getting that one. I'm not having that one.
You're going to go home and try it now, aren't you? You're going to stick it into
go home and
Audacity and reverse it or something and see if I'm right. But yeah,
Time after time.
time after time, Rock Around the Clock. Here we go. Last one that you thought you might know.
Can't think of the name of the song. That's a bit of a hint for everyone too. Is it ABBA?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is ABBA.
It's something to do with time and clock.
Yeah.
I shouldn't really get this now, shouldn't I?
I'll give you the first three words. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Man after midnight.
There we go.
So the connection is clock's time. Yeah.
We've got to do it in reverse though now, this section, haven't we?
Time to No, that is our link between the three pieces. That's our in reverse. It was clearly far too difficult. We'll never do it again. No, we will. We'll do. We'll
Yeah, I
do
think
it
it's
again.
good.
We'll
Just
do it
me,
again. Yeah. It's
because I'm a guinea pig.
Ah, you're a guinea pig.
Once people understand it a bit more.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I should have sent them through to you first, so you could have a listen and kind of rework them the right way around.
Serenaded, which is in reverse.
So we're coming towards the end now of our podcast, but I've got some questions for you. Those are questions for guests.
Nice.
Questions. So now you've had these in advance, haven't you? We'll come clean. You have had these questions.
Still thinking about
Oh, you're still thinking about them? Right, okay. A couple are not musical and one of them is. So if you had to eat one food or dish daily for the rest of your life, what would it be?
So I have a follow-up question. Can I have different toppings on this dish? Or is it the exact same thing?
I would say the exact same
It's
thing.
the same thing.
Yeah.
That does make it tricky.
Yeah.
See, I love spicy food.
All right.
Big
yeah.
spicy food. So a lot of Mexican food I love.
Right.
And I'm a sucker for a pizza.
A pizza? Okay.
And I think if it's going to have to be all morning and night, I can eat a cold pizza.
Right, yeah, okay. Yeah,
Everyone likes pizza, don't they?
they do.
Sure. So
Yeah.
I think I'll go for a pizza. And topping wise, well, you need a bit of protein and things, don't you? So I'd have a bit of some meat and some vegetables on there and some spicy sauce on the side.
Okay. And you could eat that every day?
And I could have happily. Yeah.
Happily every day. Okay.
I eat pizza every day.
So, and that is your chosen daily dish for the rest of your life.
Fantastic.
Oh, right. Now, if you could take a trip anywhere, this is question number 2. If you could take a trip anywhere, where would you go and why?
So I love travelling.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to do.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of places that I want to visit, but But if I had to go to just one place at the minute, I went to Asia for the first time last year.
Right.
I went to Thailand. Did things like meeting elephants, swimming with turtles, things like that. So I think I'd have to go back to Asia.
Okay.
To someone.
Well, you could go back to Asia and you could pick up a seed pod.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, they come from
And
Thailand.
I know the price and everything.
Now you know the price. You could haggle.
I could.
Could get a really good bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah. There'd be no auction in there. There'd be haggling.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last question. If you could meet any musician or composer, dead or alive, who would you choose and why?
I've got a few, really. Can I do both, dead and alive?
Oh, go on then.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
There's too many good musicians.
Yeah, go on.
So I think musicians from the past, I would love to have met Jimi Hendrix. He was a big inspiration growing up being a guitarist. His work is out in this world. Or George Harrison as well. I'm a big Beatles fan.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Okay.
And then alive, probably my favourite band at the minute is, and it has been for a while, is the Black Keys.
Oh,
I'd love to go and meet the Black Keys at some point.
the Black Keys.
I went to watch them in Manchester
Right.
a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Fantastic, so
fun.
love to meet them.
Keep music live.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we're saying. Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, Henry, you've been a great guest.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast. And so, folks, don't forget to tune in. It's the 19th. Don't forget, 19th is the release date for each monthly podcast. And you can subscribe and so you don't miss any of our episodes. Henry, we will put your links into our blurb for this particular episode. And yeah, good luck with all your planned ventures.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And goodbye.
Goodbye.